What's up, everybody? It's your boy Devon Taylor here, aka Deezus, and this is my podcast, Deezus Take the Real. No, this is not a religious podcast. It's a podcast where we're talking movies, we're talking life, we're talking all sorts of crazy shit. And today, speaking of crazy shit, we're talking some magic shit. Well, it's kind of magic. It's science, it's magic, it's Christopher Nolan. It's all those good things. And speaking of magic, I have a magical guest. I mean, he's not even a guest anymore. It's just Tyler.
Abracadabra, motherfuckers.
Or are you just waiting that whole time?
Yes, for the right moment.
For Abracadabra. Yeah, T-Money's in the building.
Howdy.
He lives in the building, actually. But
I'm room 2.
Room 2. Yeah, you are room 2. I'm room 1. I got the good room.
It is the better room. It's also only having one person living in it.
I know. Hey, I offered, so...
Well, you were supposed to leave. Anyways, so you have this incredible prestige. I don't know.
Yeah.
I tried.
Well, before we get into that, welcome to Deezus Take the Real. Deezus Take the Real is a movie talk show of sorts. We're going to play some games. We're going to talk a couple movies, and we're going to tell some stories, because that's what we do on this show. And yeah, the way it usually works is with other guests is I'll have them pick a movie, and then I'll pick a movie, and we'll talk about those movies. But me and Tyler did one of those things where we watched a movie together, and we're going to talk about it, because I'm currently obsessed with The Prestige right now, as Tyler adequately put it out there. But yeah, no, like this is literally like the fourth time I've watched it in the past month.
It's a good-ass movie.
I watched it last week. I'm kind of obsessed. I'm writing a blog piece about it too. I'm just this movie's fucking dope. It's so fucking good. It's my favorite Nolan movie, because I've been watching all the Nolan movies the past year or so. A lot of them have been covered on the show. But yeah, I've been going through all of his movies, and I'd say this is probably my favorite one. I don't know about you, but I love it a lot. So, T, what's been going on? Because we don't have to do Who the Hell Are You either, because we've done that multiple times. People should know who you are by now. Yes?
I agree. Yes. People should. But in case they don't, I'm Tyler, y'all. I'm Devon's best friend / partner.
Yeah. Well,
for tax purposes, of course, please.
You are one of the few Deezus Take the Real regulars, because everybody's got to have those. But and also just because I didn't want to release another LA episode this week since I did that last week. I'm trying to space them out. You know, I don't want to blow my load too quick and be like, here's all the good stuff. Not that this isn't going to be good stuff, because it's always good stuff with us. So, but we're going to just go ahead and hop into the game then, since we don't have a Who the Hell Are You, or unless you just want to chit-chat for a minute.
I'm, honestly, before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you. I'm really excited that you want to be the producer on what me and Zaya are currently working on. Yeah. I'm really excited. People be on the lookout for Blair's. It's coming at you.
I think it'll be fun. I mean, if we can really get something going with it, maybe get Josh to film the opening scene or something.
You
could do that
pretty cool,
and do it early in the morning before Bears opens or something.
Yep,
could be a thing.
Could be.
I think if we get enough people to at least do the opening scene and stuff, I think that'd be real cool. Or a couple scenes of it or something. Can still do one there, one here. Tyler and some other friends of ours, they've been writing a not mockumentary style, but that kind of Parks and Rec style of a TV show about the restaurant that I used to work at. We used to work there together. Yep. Tyler's still slaving away over there.
Yeah, I am actually.
And so it's kind of this, but they're mocking the restaurant, but it's also could be like I said, a Parks and Rec kind of vein. That's the vibe I get from it.
It is the way it's written, and the way it just
in a different workplace.
Yeah, exactly. And the approach to it cinematically, with photography that is shot very dramatic, which I love, some Paul Thomas Anderson shit. It's gonna have that kind of a feel to it. So I don't know. It's also been described as Freaks and Geeks, but that's still in the vein of that. It's just it covers a lot of spectrums, and I'm trying to find a classy but yet delicate way to present that. So it's a work in progress, man. It's coming along, and hopefully it gets on its feet very, very soon. So
classy and delicate, yet there's lots of F there's lots of fucks and
there's-
eat my asses in this
I'm sorry.
script. It cracks me up.
It's the only way.
This could be like just like an ongoing bit in the show is like 20% of the dialogue is eat my ass
Or fuck
me, fuck you, fuck me,
fuck you for fucking me.
fuck you for fucking me. Yeah, no, I think it'll be cool. And then you know, since I'm not there anymore, it is like an outside view, but at the same time I got the background, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And but I think it could actually, like, at first I didn't realize like how serious you guys were taking it.
Mm-hmm.
At first I thought it was just gonna be one of those like, oh yeah, they're gonna do this, like they're gonna like meet up to write twice and then nothing's gonna happen.
No,
I mean, you guys been going at it for like a good bit.
I'm excited.
So well, I could see it didn't exactly last with like Gunner helping out.
Oh no, that
And Odom, I was like,
you can't rely on Gunner for anything.
see, that's when it like when all four of you were just like drunk trying to like write together, and it was just like,
It was a disaster. You could just tell Odom was
just
too.
like,
Odom was trying to get laid, and Gunner was trying to watch Odom get laid, and I was just like, "You guys are fucking
and they both
useless."
just like aren't
Creative.
They're not writing types. Zaya is though. Zaya's a little bit more creative.
In that
So-
aspect.
So yeah, but so I knew that wasn't gonna last. I was like, this is
I wonder what a
This is
poem
real
by
weird.
Gunner would sound like if he wrote a poem about football.
or wrestling. No, I want a poem written by Gunner about his dad yelling at him.
They went
That'd be,
fishing
like,
today.
very
I probably
dramatic.
could have witnessed that, but honestly,
That wouldn't have been no fun.
yeah.
It was a lot more fun watching The Prestige, recording this podcast episode. Boom, we're back. All right, let's go ahead and get into this game. So we're talking like Christopher Nolan movies and stuff. Dunkirk is coming up. I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm excited to watch it.
It's very straightforward though. I was hoping it was gonna be some. See, like when there were like little details about it, I thought it was gonna be like a monster movie, but disguised as a war movie. I thought they could have he could have. Imagine if they like had some fucking it's telling the World War II story, but they like could have like thrown in a fucking sea monster or some shit.
You think that Christopher
I think that would have been
Nolan
cool
do
as
that?
fuck. I mean,
That's like the most out there movie by Christopher Nolan ever.
well, see, no, the way I always think about Christopher Nolan movies is he does take these like very usually normal, straightforward premises, but then he puts some sort of kind of twist on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he does that with The Prestige. This is like a rivalry movie about obsession, and they kind of twist it a little bit with the weird things that he throws in this movie. Inception, kind of a similar situation. All the Batman trilogy in general, it's just crime thrillers that just happen to be about a superhero.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was like, okay, he's doing a war movie. What's the angle here? Same with like Interstellar. Like, that was a space exploration movie, but then they throw in all that fucking weird black hole bullshit. So it's like, I don't know. So I was like, what's the angle? But apparently there is no angle here. It's a war movie.
It's about Dunkirk.
Well, I hear it's supposed to be like told in like 3 different point of views, like between different characters.
Yeah.
I'd assume one being Tom Hardy's character.
Yeah.
One of them's like Cillian Murphy on that boat with those people, and then
the Admiral dude or whatever.
And then the people that are actually involved, like the soldiers.
I forget his fucking name. He's gonna be in the fucking the Murder on the Orient Express. It's that guy. What's that actor's name?
What?
Red hair.
Oh, who?
The guy. He's just like
red hair.
You can almost see it, and they're like, "What can you see?" And he says, "Home."
Oh, I don't know.
What's his fucking? Yeah, I can't remember his name.
I don't know.
Anyways.
But yeah, so that's coming up, and right, I forget. That sidetracked me just on the segue itself. So for the game, because Nolan, he does a lot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Nolan's kind of one of those people. He has that he brings in actors again.
Mm-hmm.
His like kind of his cast, his regular actors, and one of them being who's in The Prestige and in a lot of Christopher Nolan movies is Michael Caine, or My Cocaine, my Cocaine.
Are you just saying My Cocaine?
Yeah, and that's the
My Cocaine.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the name of this game is My Cocaine. So this is what we're gonna do. I got some quotes, some movie quotes. This first category, we have
Let's fucking
we
go.
have quotes from a few of our favorite movies.
Okay.
And we're gonna read that because if you guys don't know, if you don't listen to the D's and T Money Show, me and Tyler, we don't do good impressions. We don't. We're trying though.
Well, maybe
we're
one
trying.
day. Maybe one day.
So this is gonna be some practice. So we're gonna be reading some of these quotes in a My Cocaine accent.
Oh my god.
So get your Michael Caine impression ready. I have one from each of one of our favorite movies that we'll be reading. Tyler, you'll be reading this top one because that is from Casablanca, which is Tyler's favorite movie.
Sorry.
All right.
I had to get into my. Am I going first?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'd prefer if you went first.
But no, you. Oh, fine. No, you go ahead because you're.
Okay. Okay, so you want me to do this in a My Cocaine accent? Yeah? No, it's like I can't even do it. It's all gonna be like weird Southern Australian.
No, English the fuck up.
I can't. There we go.
Remember, like Michael. Hey, you gotta just put the space in between your teeth. Mine's gonna be horrendous. I mean,
oh my god. All right.
This is from Casablanca.
And you never will, but I got a job to do too. Where I'm going, you can't follow. What I've got to do, you can't be a part of it. Is that? Oh my god. I'm no good at being noble, but it doesn't take much to see that the problems of the three people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. Someday you'll understand it. Nah. Here's looking at you, kid. That was fucking horrendous.
It got better when you sped up, like in the second half.
Because that's all he does was when he gets mad. Michael Caine just really talks really fast. He slaps himself a lot. He's like, listen to.
No, that was good. That was good. It's better. It's better than whatever
I was
I'm about to do.
I was trying to put like a little Casablanca style into it, so like a little drama. But here we go. This is gonna be great.
Yeah,
what is this from, my friend? I see Phil Collins.
This is from American Psycho.
Oh, here we go.
Because all the Nightmare Before Christmas ones would be me trying to sing as Michael Caine, and that would be hard. So going to next favorite movie, American Psycho. Yeah. So got some lines in here.
This is Patrick Bateman, yo.
Phil Collins' solo career seems to be... Oh, no. God damn it. Knocked over the bong. Whoops. We just had a little disaster in the Deezus Take the Real studios. But anyways, back into the game.
Yes.
It is time for me to do my part, my cocaine from American Psycho. Phil Collins' solo career seems to be more commercial, therefore more satisfying in a narrower way, especially songs like In the Air Tonight. And Against All Odds, Sabrina, Don't Just Stare at It, Eat It. But I also think that Collins' best work works within the confines of the group rather than a solo artist, and I stress the word artist. This is Studio, a great song, a personal favorite of mine. I think yours was better. Mine was stupid. But all right, but we're gonna step it up though. We're gonna step it up.
Oh my God, there's more?
Yes. So Tyler, I have two quotes here. We're doing quotes from the same character.
Oh shit.
From perhaps Nolan's most famous character, the Joker in The Dark Knight. So Tyler, pick 3 or 4.
4.
You'll be reading 4.
That's like the best one.
You'll be reading 4. So go ahead and look it over.
Oh my God. And I'm
so
doing this as
this is Michael Caine's
as the Joker
rendition of the Joker. Yes.
Give me a brief moment.
Side note, while you're looking this over, I was watching a What Culture video, and it was like top 10 like crazy celebrity like conspiracy theories. And it's not really a conspiracy theory, but it is like kind of a theory though that the Joker, like all the actors that have portrayed the Joker in film have been possessed by the spirit of the Joker. Like Jack Nicholson like warned like Heath Ledger before he started preparing to be the Joker, being like, dude, like this character is gonna make you go crazy, it's gonna take you over. Like Jack Nicholson said he felt it, and Heath Ledger said he felt it, and people say that might have been what drove him to kill himself. And then Jared Leto apparently felt it too, because, you know, he's just, well, I don't know if he felt it. I think he just wanted to feel it, so he just kept sending cast members dead things. But just so don't let the Joker possess you before you do this. My cocaine. You ready?
Oh my God. Okay. You want to know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker and a fiend. And one night he goes off crazier than usual. Mummy grabs the kitchen knife to defend herself. He doesn't like that. Not one bit. So, me watching, he takes the knife to her, laughing while he does it. He turns to me and says, "Why so serious?" He comes at me with the knife. "Why so serious?" Sticks the blade in my mouth. Let's put a smile on their face.
That was pretty good.
Pretty ASMR.
A very cockney Joker.
Nah, it was what the fuck? Holy shit.
All right. And now here goes mine, which is definitely not going to beat that, though. Give me a sec.
Just live it, Devon. Live it.
All right, let's go. You know what I've noticed? Nobody panics when things go according to plan. Even if the plan is horrifying. If tomorrow, tell I press that, like a gangbanger will get shot or a truckload of soldiers will be blown up, nobody panics because all a part of the plan. But when I say that one old man will die, well, everyone loses their minds.
You sounded like a Jamaican or something. Oh my God, that was gold.
I just committed to it.
I didn't read 3, so at first when I first started reading it, I thought it was the chaos quote, and I was like, "Oh fuck, he's gonna murder this one."
Oh no, I should have did that one. No, I saw.
Let's introduce a little chaos.
Just a little chaos.
I can't even do that. I feel like I'm stuttering on purpose.
That's what I'm doing.
Like
I'm like, that's what I'm doing. I'm like doing some like weird like staccato thing to do it.
Guys, we'll work on it.
We're getting there.
We're sorry.
I think that was fun. That was a fun little thing. So that'll be that's my cocaine.
My cocaine.
My cocaine. So before we get to talking about the Prestige and whatnot, just a few housekeeping things. One, like I said earlier, I'll be doing a little blog post about the Prestige on my new blog. Hashtag D's Thoughts. Got 'em. But yeah, no, my website is going, guys. www.deezus.org. Yeah, I snatched that .org. I like it. I'm into it. It's just short and sweet, to the point. But yeah, it's got everything, guys. It has blog posts. It's got podcast stuff. It'll have my stand-up on it. It's got all the published articles that I do for Geeks and Gamers, like everything. So definitely go check it out. But my first blog post is up. It was a movie pitch called Speak of the Devil, starring Sam Rockwell and Tony Todd. Did you read it? Did you read my movie pitch?
Yeah.
What'd you think? I think it'd be cool.
I think I'd watch it.
Like, Tony Todd has this fucking sexy, terrifying voice. And imagine like Sam Rockwell being like fucking like talking to like Tony Todd in his head, but then everybody just like sees him like talking to himself. He looks kind of crazy. But then he's like bumbling around trying to assassinate the president. And like obviously like, and David Koechner, you know, the guy from like Anchorman, and he's been in like other stuff like that. Like he'll obviously be doing like he'll be like winking to the camera because like he'll like look like Trump. So like he won't be President Trump, but he's fucking Trump.
Yeah.
Like we'll give him like a Drump. President Crump. That'll
President
be his
Crump.
name. Krump. President Crump. And so like it'll be, very obvious, but
Do you think him and Crunk would have parties together?
I think so. I think they'd party together.
Like, I mean, in real life too. Do you think Trump and Crunk like?
Yeah, no, I seriously think we have our first president in office that is still doing cocaine. Usually, I mean, all presidents have done cocaine before, but like we have like the first president like still doing cocaine. Yeah, for sure. But
go.
So check out the website, guys. I'm gonna be doing all sorts of fun blog posts. I have one on the Prestige up there right now as well, so make sure you guys go check that out. Also, get those 5-star iTunes reviews in, guys. We like to flatter ourselves by reading all the nice words you say about us and about the show, because it just makes us feel good.
It is a good feeling.
It is a good feeling, but not only that, guys. You guys get those iTunes reviews in, other people can find the show as well. So spread the word around. And if you write a 5-star iTunes review, we'll read it on the D's and T Money show, which is every other Friday. We have one coming up this Friday. I didn't put up the one on Friday because I had a long day at work on Friday, and then I had something else going on, so I didn't get to put it up on Friday. So it'll be up this Friday.
That's fine. I'm excited.
So yeah, you got a double dose of D's and T money this week.
What up?
Yeah. So get those 5-star iTunes reviews in, and we'll read yours on that show. And last but not least, guys, make sure you guys check out patreon.com/Deezus Take the Real. $1 a day can help make this podcast bigger and bigger and better, faster, stronger. Maybe it'll fix that tickle in my throat as well. If you donate to a Patreon campaign, I can go buy myself some cough drops. No, that's not what I use the money for. The money goes towards the show to, help the show keep going and whatnot. So if you guys want to help out, check out patreon.com/Deezus Take the Real. If you donate in the $3 or $5 tiers, you get some perks, exclusive content, some monthly Skype sessions, stuff like that. So make sure you check out patreon.com/Deezus Take the Real. Anyways, done begging for attention and money. I'm like the podcasting Boogan.
You were the most shameless self-promoter I've ever met.
That's how you,
that's how you do it. That's how the game is played.
Hey, to be the best, you got to be the best. I get it. I was hoping I had a quote or something. I didn't, though.
It was okay. Can you do it like My Cocaine?
To be the best, you have to be the best. I think I'm going to retire that impression after this episode.
I think so, too.
But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and talk about The Prestige. So I've been currently obsessed with this movie. And ironic, because this movie is about obsession. It's about some magicians, rivals, if you will. I've noticed I love movies with a good rivalry in it. Because I love Rush, the Chris Hemsworth, Daniel Brew one.
That is a good
which
movie.
We also love. I need to talk about that on a podcast episode soon, because I fucking love that movie. Well, we're talking about obsession and rivalry. We can talk about it in this episode a little bit too.
Why not?
But I realized I do just like a really good rivalry in a movie. And The Prestige, they take this shit real serious.
Yes, they do.
And it's kind of funny. It's like, it's over some fucking magic tricks. But this was back when magicians were cool and shit. Now they're just nerds, and people don't like magicians as much as they used to. Even the early 2000s. Remember when David Blaine and Copperfield and Chris Angel, who we got to see one time. You remember that shit?
Oh my God,
that should be our story at the end. We'll talk about that trip.
We should. And the $300 ticket I received that weekend. Anyways, proceeding. This movie is really good. Yeah. Blew me away. I haven't watched it in forever, and then I got reintroduced to it, and
you got to watch it, and did you remember the twists?
I remembered the big twist at the end. Wait, spoilers?
What, the Jackman one?
Spoilers, duh.
Oh, yeah. Guys, this movie is 10 plus years old, and sorry, but if you really want to talk about a Nolan movie, you got to spoil it. So, fuck you guys. go watch The Prestige if you haven't.
Yeah.
So we're gonna spoil the fuck out of it.
All right. Anyways, so I remember him actually, the Jackman, what was it? Angier. That's it. Angier being duplicated, and him having the twin brother, or not him having the twin brother, but Brody having the twin brother, and
that's Christian Bale, not Adrian Brody.
No. Wasn't his name Borden? Borden. Whatever. I'm terrible with names.
Didn't you just watch this movie today too?
Yeah, I did. Whatever. Anyways, fucking Christian Bale's character. Anyways, I remember the big reveals, but it was nice to rewatch everything that was like the smaller bits, because like after about halfway through the film, I remember the Fallon guy or whatever. I remember I was like, oh yeah, that's the brother. I was like, this is all coming back to me, and it's just so well acted. Mostly is what kills it for me. Is just whenever they talk about Jackman's showmanship, oh, it kills me because it's so true. It's just like he can, like, that's how you feel when you watch his scenes. You feel like you're in the show. Yeah. And it's cleverly done.
Whenever I watched the movie for the first time, I already knew about the clones. I had no idea about the Bale one, which I'm glad that was not spoiled for me, because shit, my mind was blown. I was like, what? I was like, oh my God. Like it never registered with me. Like I genuinely was watching a movie, and it wasn't like where I could predict it, where I was like, oh yeah, there is two dudes. I was wondering the whole time too, how does Borden do it? Like it's not that simple. It can't be that simple. It's not a double, because like once they pointed out the finger thing, so I was like, okay, it's not a double. And then but I remember watching it for the first time. I'm like, man, why is Borden like so fucking bipolar? Like sometimes he's just fucking going crazy.
That's the other thing. Whenever the wife is like, today you love me, today you don't. It's the switches.
It's one of the coolest things I've seen in a movie. Like it really, and then that's what makes it so satisfying rewatching it, because then I watched it on the plane back from LA last week, and then I watched it, and then today, and it's just like when you can see it now too, when you're like, okay, right now he's Fallon. He's not actually Borden, because Fallon was the hothead, and he was the one that was in love with ScarJo's character.
Yep, exactly. Olivia. Yeah,
Olivia. Yeah. So yeah, that's like one of the cool things that movie, because I mean Christian Bale is just, he's the fucking man. Like people don't give Christian Bale enough credit, but everybody knows how much I love Christian Bale, because I love American Psycho, and he's incredible, because you can see the difference, like, and I can track it throughout the movie. Like, okay, right now he is Borden, right now he's actually Fallon. Yep. And it's crazy, because whenever he's just like, yeah, it was that simple. I have a double. He just happens to be my twin brother. And then, like, explain leading the have lives, two guys, one life thing.
Side note, though, real quick. Who plays Tesla?
That would be David Bowie.
That's what I thought. I was just like, I'm like,
that would be
this.
David
He
Bowie,
reminds me of actor that I know.
Super fucking cool.
Yeah, it was
really good.
He was really good.
It's a very small role, but so important though.
It is,
and it's very tiny, and he pulls off so perfectly. Because it's just, I don't know. I thought it was very interesting. Andy Serkis in it's fantastic in this movie as well. I mean, Scarlett Johansson's really good in this movie as well. This is when that was pretty early in her career, because I mean, she had just kind of come along. But it was interesting, the dynamic between Jackman and Bale, and it's like, in kind of in the context then, like, Christian Bale, he had been around for a minute already. He's this Hollywood juggernaut by now, and then Jackman is like still on the rise at that point, because he is pretty young in this, and they just they kill it. Yeah. But the coolest part of this movie is the movie itself is a magic trick. Like the way the movie is written and directed and the way they use the 3-act system in this movie, they do it according to the 3 stages of a magic trick, like how it's explained at the beginning of the movie. Yeah. And it's so incredible, because like everything, this is, I would say, Christopher Nolan's most straightforward movie. Like there's nothing ambiguous about this movie. No, everything else, like,
it's presented.
Yeah, like Inception, like ambiguous ending, is the top still spinning? Is it a dream? Blah, 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 blah. Actually, I have that movie figured out, but that's for a whole nother episode. But yeah, like in all of his movies, though, Interstellar, kind of an ambiguous ending. Yeah. Memento even is still a little ambiguous. This movie is. You haven't seen Memento?
No.
Oh, I have it. It's pretty good. It's cool the way it's written. It's very complicated. But The Prestige, though, I'd say is Nolan's like just most straightforward. That all the answers are there in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He tells you where the answers are in the movie.
Yeah.
Literally in the first 15 minutes of the movie, like the whole introduction by Michael Caine pretty much explains how this movie is about to play out.
Yeah.
And the way it comes full circle by the way the story is told is just, it's genius. Like Christopher Nolan and his brother, because his brother is usually co-writing on all of his better movies, it's fantastic. And it's literally performing a magic trick for you, like by misdirecting things and whatnot. And like pretty much the whole premise of their relationship whenever with Angier thinking, no, it can't be that simple. That's the audience. Like Angier is the audience.
Yep.
In this movie, and it's because it's right there in front of you. It was that simple, you know?
Yep.
And Borden's just like, and Christopher Nolan essentially is Borden when you think about it. It's super interesting and super cool.
I think what I like not most about this movie, but what I always find just wonderful is, again, this theme of obsession and how like some things can drive you mad. And like all the entire movie, everybody kept telling Angier like that this is gonna kill you, and he thought he had it won and just everything, and it just goes to show that obsession will kill you.
Yeah, I mean it was that, but then you got Borden on the other hand, where his obsession is hurting the people around him. He was always talking about self-sacrifice, and you gotta be willing to get your hands dirty.
Yep.
And like him only leading half of a life, sharing his life with another person for the sake of a magic trick, after they get the idea from the Chinese guy, it's just like, I mean, he fucking roped his twin brother into leading a life with him, fucking cut his fingers off too, like, it's nuts. And then it has consequences to where literally Borden's wife kills herself because she can't take the double life because she's like you said, like, oh, you love me. Oh, today you don't mean it. And it's like whenever she was catching on that, he was doing that. So it's a fucking, this movie is just, it's so cool. And like I said, the more you rewatch it and the more you like see everything, like I said, like it's right there in front of you. Like it's in the first 20 minutes of this movie, it says, this is what you're about to see. This is what it is. And then blah, blah, blah. And then you proceed to then see it. I think that's fucking really cool.
Yeah.
When's the last time you watched Inception?
Like 3 years.
Oh, see, yeah, like I had just watched that for the first time, like a few weeks before The Prestige, so I don't know, a couple months ago. And
we reference it a lot on this show, though.
Well, yeah, because now it makes sense. Well, we reference it more on D's and T Money.
Yeah.
Because we do literally get into like layers upon layers of side notes.
Yeah.
So yeah, because now it makes sense to me though, because like before I knew like what the premise, but like now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching Inception's like watching like doing a puzzle, and it's kind of fun because I think I got that one figured out. But in The Prestige you talk about obsession though, and we compared it to Rush, another movie with these rivals that their obsessions affected their lives in different ways. Similarly in Rush, one of them, Chris Hemsworth's character has problems with his wife. Daniel Bruhl's character is the happy one. So it's like they have their rivalry as well, which I love that movie.
Yeah.
It was totally slept on.
Yeah. It was. No.
But I don't know, like just the idea of caring about something so much against somebody. Like, there's a new movie coming out with Shia LaBeouf. Yes. It's
man.
And he's playing John McEnroe.
What?
And it's it's a movie. It's gonna be about the match between Borgen and John McEnroe, and like that's kind of like what made John McEnroe's career. Borg was already like a superstar, and they had this big rivalry. And like the match was like this super hyped up match, and it's like kind of what drove John McEnroe to be the tennis icon he was.
Yeah.
And fucking Shia LaBeouf is playing John McEnroe. And then
when does this come out?
I think like August or September or something.
Let's fucking go.
Oh man,
let's fucking go, my boy.
I can't wait. Did you see Shia LaBeouf also got arrested again a couple weeks ago?
He was
or a couple days ago.
I feel like every time he goes off and does like a movie, he has like an entire year's worth of like recovery because that's his obsession.
Yeah, pretty much. Shia LaBeouf is just crazy.
I love how when he did Fury, they said that he found God, because that was strange. Like he was an atheist before, and then like he was so into it, he found God. I was like, well, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then so he got arrested because he was yelling at some cops in Georgia.
Why would you be okay?
But there was like a black cop, and he was yelling at him, and he was like yelling at him, saying, "How can you?" He was like calling him like something, like a sinner or something, for how can you work for a system that oppresses your own people, like, because with all the shit going on, with the cops and Black Lives Matter, all that shit. So it's like, on one hand, I see what you're saying there, Shia, I guess. You're looking out for black people, but then
on the other hand, is that your place?
Is that your place? And Shia LaBeouf just says whatever is on his Shia LaBeouf mind.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf.
I have a movie pitch that I'm going to incorporate Shia LaBeouf into. And that'll be a blog post down the road.
On the road?
Huh?
Is that the name of it?
No, I said I'll have a blog post about it down the road.
Oh, down the road.
Down the road.
With Shia LaBeouf starring in it.
With Shia LaBeouf starring in it. I guess now it'll be called Down the Road. We'll see what happens. But so we're going to go ahead and transition into the last segment of the show, which is story time. And we were talking about obsessions, and that's what we were going to tell some stories about. Like, what's the last time you've been like obsessed with something? Or not the last time, or just a time you were obsessed with something. We could talk about your 3-day obsession with your driving gloves when you first got those. Until me and Ray ruined it for you.
Those things are nice as fuck, assholes.
Like, Tyler got these driving gloves, and it was just like wearing them all the time, but it's so funny looking. But at the same time, I do like the gloves. But it's still really funny.
Yeah, you're a dick. Those things are rad. I think I'm gonna wear them tonight for the photo shoot. But anyways, I don't really. I mean, I was obsessed with the song "If I Get High" by who am I thinking of right now?
Nothing But Thieves.
Yeah, Nothing But Thieves. That was like a weird 4-day process. I was really feeling myself.
I remember fucking whenever I was into that band, whenever I like just discovered and was listening, and I'd play that and you'd make fun of it and shit. It's fine. Yeah, Tyler would literally it was like this, like it's a real powerful song.
It is.
And then you fucking like get into it, and then Tyler would just come in and just ruin it.
Well, then I got my chance to like sit down and listen to it. I was like, I understand. That was real moody. That was a good one.
Whenever I was obsessed with Dexter at a very bad time.
Yeah.
Because I was in a dark place at the time. It was like right after all that Mac shit.
Oh yeah.
So I was like in a dark place, and then I started watching Dexter a lot, and I'd watch it I'd be watching it exclusively like between the hours of 2 a.m. to like 6 a.m. because I like also wasn't sleeping, and just like. Dexter got me like real depressed and shit. I still haven't finished it. I had to stop. I was like getting like real depressed over it. I was just like, it's about being a human being, but being the monster within. I'm a monster and I got demons too inside. It's just like, it's getting real angsty. And I mean, I was like, because I was in the house, so like my room was down the basement, so it was just like extra
lurky.
I was like, I don't like this. I need to stop watching Dexter for a minute.
Oh my god,
it was changing me. What's another one? Or do you like?
I mean, a show that I totally fucking obsessed over was Breaking Bad, because it's the only series I've ever watched straight through, no matter what. Like I've never watched any other series. Well, I mean, besides like MASH, but like. That was weird.
Besides MASH.
I mean, probably nobody knows what that is, but I've watched that entire series. But anyways, no, the point is, I was obsessed with Breaking Bad, and that was a good phase too. I haven't really good like fun like, oh, Tyler has some deep dark shit. No, I'm pretty normal obsessions.
Yeah.
I love chicken and waffles like it's nobody's business.
Do you have any rivals?
Do I have any rivals?
Or
you're my
biggest
rival.
How am I your biggest rival?
I gotta outdo the other alpha in the house. That's what happens when you have two alphas. How bro-y was that answer?
I mean, yeah. You said alpha a good amount of times.
Yeah. A scale of 1 to douche.
Have you like had like any like rivals in the department or anything, or at work? Do you ever?
I mean, not in the department because like everybody's has like a talent for a specific thing, and we're all like our own individuals, which was really nice. So I never like really felt anybody like challenging me or me challenging them, because it's just not that way. Everybody's talented in their own way.
Yeah, everybody's pretty supportive, I suppose.
Yeah. But work rivals, I don't really have any rivals, but I fucking hate it when the noobs that aren't bartenders yet are like, I want to be a bartender. I'd be the best bartender. I'd be like,
go away.
Like, I'm not even the best bartender.
Can't all be bartenders.
It's just like, stop, man. Like, just let me have my job. Stop gunning for me.
Well, that'd be like when all the back of the house people are like, I could be a server.
It's like, shut up.
You can't have a restaurant ran by servers. Somebody's got to cook the food.
Yep.
Somebody's got to do it. It's you ugly fuck.
Yeah. That was so.
It's usually the case.
Oh, my God.
Back of the house for a reason.
Yo, man, everything's changing over at Bears. Anyways, that's a side note. That's a T-Money show thing. That's a Deezus T-Money show. Anyways, but yeah, I know what a rivalry feels like. Sure.
I don't know. I want a Twitter rival. I don't have one yet.
Why do you want one?
Because everybody needs a Twitter rival.
I don't even like having Twitter. Like,
I know, but
it sounds like a waste of time.
In the world of like, if I want to be known as like a known social media person, I gotta have some haters out there.
Gotta have some haters.
I gotta have some haters
just to keep the press
I
out.
I only have a couple fans, but I think for each fan that I have, I need a hater as well. But I need a rival.
You need one hater per fan.
No,
what if you had a million fans?
Then I want a million haters.
Wow.
But I want a rival though. Like in the movie group, Movie Talk by Movie Fans.
I love it when you go on those rants, man.
I've had a couple rivals in the group.
Those are some good rants.
Yeah, I'll be like, man,
this motherfucker.
Like, oh man, because it's usually like there was one dude who he got kicked out of the group, but like this motherfucker just.
We have talked. What is his name?
His name was Mike Sharples. Yes, I'm calling this nigga out. Like, oh my god, he was just a dick. He wanted to contradict like everything I had said about like any movie. And then like I would like comment on his shit because like sometimes he did have like cool opinions on something. I'd chime in and then he would like say something just like real pretentious, and then I'm just like,
shut up, Mark.
Hate you. Fucking hate you. And then he was not very well liked and eventually left the group.
Well, man, you can't be aggressive in like a Facebook group.
Yeah. I mean,
that's not very welcomed.
I still have some other rivals though, but like in the more friendly variety though, of just like we're about to like do this like trivia show thing, and like I'm going against like one of my good friends, but I'm always like, yeah, I know more movies than you. I'm gonna kick his ass. But yeah, so I don't know. Rivalries are fun, but I want a real one. I want a rival.
What if you had one in podcasting later on down the road?
I want one. That's why I tried to like start beef with Jamie Kennedy, and he didn't take the bait.
Who's Jamie Kennedy?
He used to be in like comedies back in like the early 2000s.
No.
He was in Scream. He was at Malibu's Most Wanted. The main guy in Malibu's Most Wanted, Jamie Kennedy, Son of the Mask.
Yeah.
He's been mainly shitty movies, but he's like a washed up comedian now, and he like does stand up, but he also does a podcast. And I always wanted to like, I would try to start beef with him on Twitter, and about our podcast.
That's some dick shit, man. I want him to call you out.
I know. I wanted him to call me out. That was the point, and he never did, pussy.
I love it how you're always
call
like,
you out again, Jamie Kennedy. I'm gonna tag you in this shit.
You were the biggest shit disturber I have ever met. Like, I see you over in the corner just stirring the pot, bro.
I love being ornery.
Yeah, you do.
I really love it.
Number one pastime.
Like I do it at work all the time. Like I love to just like piss Kayleen off at work, and it's so funny.
I love doing that to.
I would do that at Bears.
Like to Hannah and them. Like, I don't know. Like a bunch of like people. I'll just like put on a mean face for a while.
That was me to Maddie. I would just like piss Maddie off all the time, just like on purpose.
I just like fucking with people. People think I'm always grumpy or crabby. I'm just like, no, I just don't want to be talked to. That's it. I love it.
I don't know.
How would you describe me?
Because I'm inherently a hater at heart. So.
I mean, yeah, inherently, but that's not you. That's not the real you.
Hate.
That's your dark side. That's okay. I love your good side. But the
mean?
minute you snap the fuck off, I'm just like, baby needs her space. I'm gonna go hide in my hole for a couple of days, and I just leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Because after a while, you recognize, you're like, I'll see you in a few days.
Yeah, I've been crabby. Let me be a hermit in my room.
No, but for real though, like about 2 months ago, like right before the show, we didn't talk. I didn't see you for a minute. I
was always in here. I was just like in my room. I was like watching movies or working on shit. He
wants him time. If he wants to come around, he'll come around.
I was just sitting here, just smoking.
Reagan kept asking if you were okay. I was like, he's fine. He's a happy camper.
I was just it was right after the festival. I was like, I was into me for a minute. I was just like doing my thing. I was just like,
and I respected the fuck out of it.
Also just in my room.
Yep.
It's a good time.
Still give you space.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
I missed you.
Gotta have some you time.
I'm actually kind of excited for the you time I'm gonna have here in a minute.
Yeah. That's about the show, I'd say. That's why I'm gonna continue with my day as well. I'm gonna just watch some more movies.
That sounds really relaxing.
Yeah.
I'm excited to like just chill after I get done with everything. I'm gonna sit down, have a beer.
Yeah. Thank you as always, T Money, because
my pleasure. I love you.
Well, I love you,
soulmate.
I love you. And but where can the good people find you? You're up in your game.
I am up in my game, so please, just help me. Just help. You can find me on Instagram at the t.a.coleman. That's the Insta handle. I'm trying so hard. Please just bear with me. And then my Twitter, that'll take years. But anyways, you can find me at the Ty_A_Coleman. And yeah, just follow me. I got some good shit coming out. I'm working with Andy Daly. He is working on his senior thesis, Dark Room. You can check it out on Facebook. I got to post it up. Tyler Coleman on Facebook, I guess, if you want to come to that. Sure, I'll friend you. Why not? I like people. And check that out. Currently working on a project with my good buddy for a pilot. And then I'm also trying to edit up some personal stuff that I shot recently called It's a Work in Progress. So keep on the lookout for all that. And then it's going to be some good shit coming your way here pretty soon. Wow. Yeah. That was the longest I've ever gone.
I think that was a very solid plug.
Record.
That was a very solid plug. We're just trying to be busy, working on some shit, get our shit out there. You know, That's all you gotta do. You can find me as always on Twitter at Deezus12. That's where that's my life. I love me some good old Twitters, but that's where I also post all my reviews and articles from geeksandgamers.com. You can find me podcasting for Court 10 Parts Podcast Network, doing some stuff over at TV8 My Brain. And, of course, my website is up now, www.deezus.org, where you can find everything. Podcast stuff, stand-up stuff, articles, blog stuff, hashtag #DeezThoughts. So make sure you guys are just checking all that stuff out. And I'm on Instagram as well at Deezus.12. So until next time, I will see you bitches later. Thank you so much for listening to Deezus Take the Real, the dopest movie talk show on the internet. You can find me every Tuesday on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, Google Play Music, pretty much anywhere you can find podcasts. If you like what you're listening to, write a 5-star iTunes review, and I'll read it on the Deez and T Money Show, which is every other Friday. And of course, spread this with ya homies. Last but not least, stay till the end for a little pre-recording something. Peace out, motherfuckers.
Sorry, I'm really high.
It's okay.
My mind's telling me no.
Did you see?
See what?
Did you really just quote that and not know what I'm talking about? There's R. Kelly. There's a story. I wake up and R. Kelly's trending on Twitter. Bro. I'm like, what's going on?
Bro, come on.
Well, no, it was a BuzzFeed article, so I assume it would have popped up on your Facebook at some point too.
I haven't really been on Facebook recently.
But BuzzFeed, so apparently, because some parents came forward or something, that R. Kelly has been running an abusive, sexually abusive cult or some shit. I didn't read the article. I just I saw the headlines, but that's what people in the world are talking about today.
No, I was just singing some Bump and Grind.
Oh
well, my God.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
R. Kelly is officially a sex cult leader, I guess. So I guess that's what that's
Is that like an offense?
I wonder if...
Are like cults illegal?
I mean, if you're doing illegal things, I don't know if cults themselves are illegal.
Is abusive
but I think
sex
if you're
illegal if it's consensual?
Well, yeah, like if what you're doing in the cult is illegal, then yeah, it's illegal. But I don't know. Do you think Bump and Grind is like their recruitment song? Sorry, that's terrible to think about. But whatever.